Hey class. So in this lecture, I'd like to take you guys through how to create a series of diagrams. So let's take a look. And in order to illustrate this, maybe bring up a few of such diagrams that might be required or helpful to know how to create. So form diagrams such as this one right here, where you actually narrate the sequence of a project through a certain number of actions that you perform on um, a on that form, right? So in this case, we start with, of course, number one, and then we perform an action which gives us a result, and then that result we bring it over here and we perform a different action. It gives us a third result, which then becomes, in this case, for example, a project, right? And another example that I like to use, and it can be about the site, illustrating, how a building responds to a site, whether that's circulation, passageways, views, natural lights in that case, or strictly formal. We can do this with the same method. So you see a few examples here. Let's see if I can find the one that I usually like to utilize. It's a good example. A project like this one. So again, we start again with the form, right? Say this form right here, and then we perform a series of actions. We have a sequence of arrows, volumes, and of course we can further diagram the project. And if we take a look at this project, for example, I think it's a residential project. Um, we'll see that these diagrams are abstract in a sense. We can see the difference between, again, the diagram, right, that tries to explain whether that's the program, the form, circulation, like I said, and the result, right? So they are meant to complement each other, right? I mean, and by that I mean the actual project, right, the final result, and how we get here, right? I mean, how do we go from here to here, or vice versa, right? I mean, how is this project a result of all of these actions that were performed through the design process, or perhaps even rationalized after the fact. So let's dive in. Let's go ahead and set up your file. So let's go ahead and draw the following on your screen. I would either start a new file, probably a new file. Go ahead and change my view right here. So um, we're going to repeat the steps that you guys learned last lecture with the operations. In this case, a little bit more control. So what I need you guys to do is draw a cube, such as this one right here, and that is, how big is this cube? It's 4 inches, right? So it's a 4-inch cube, the same as I think the previous exercise, right? We have a 4-inch cube right here, and then we'll need one of this one, okay? And then we'll need, and that's your full one, right? Your 1-to-1, 1-1 base volume. We're going to need 2 quarter base volumes. So again, that's as if you were to split this volume in 4, right? We take a quarter of that, and we need 2 of those. And if we were to continue splitting this, right, into 16ths, we're gonna need 3 of those, and these are going to be your tools for this exercise. So we need 1 full, 2 quarter, and 3 1/16. And I would go ahead and label them base volumes. Let's go ahead and set up new layers. So we have a layer for this. Let's see. So the green right here, the object that it's being highlighted right now, it's under the subtractive layer. Now go ahead and um, click over that. So you can abbreviate or whatever works for you. That's the layer that I'm providing for it. Right underneath that, we have our full volume, which is in this case a little kind of like purple color here. And you'll see that in this case we only have this object for right now. I have I have more layers, but for right now I'll create the subtractive, the full volume, the titles, which again are the titles that I have right here. And then let's go ahead and create your action area layer and your wireframe layer. Okay, so titles, we talked about that one. Action areas, that would be this blue over here. Create a layer for that. And then you have another layer for wireframe. In this case is this orange. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and also create your arrows layer. And that's this pink layer that I have right here. For right now, I don't know if you need to worry about the this layer right here. I won't highlight it too. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. That's gonna get us going right now. Your base volumes, the same way that I have drawn over here. Go ahead and model those. Those can be simple copies. And then I would give myself this little note right here. These are the initial operations that we're going to be using as a sort of as a guide. So we'll have shear, nudge, taper, and pinch. Those should be familiar to you guys as well. And then on your modeling space, let's go ahead and create 6 drawing areas, I think action areas. I have a title right here. Notice how this blue, it's this blue over here. So let's go ahead and create 5 of them that are about, what is this? Let's see, I think it's, let's see, a foot. So a foot, 12 inches by 20 inches. That's what I have right here. So 12 by 18 inches, if that's correct. Right. 20 inches. I'm sorry. 12 plus 8. That's 20. I knew there was something wrong right there. So it's actually a 12, and I'll go ahead and erase. Actually, that's 12 by 20. So that should be, oops, should be 20 on this axis and 12 on these axes right here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that again are the 12 by 20. I'm sorry, 5 that are the 12 by 20. All right, 1, 2, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's go ahead and create a larger one, which is this one right here, number 6. That one should be as well 20 inches and 30 inches. Now, there's nothing special about these numbers. You might find that you need maybe a little bit more space, but that's going to at least get us going for right now. Now, continuing with the setup, you'll see that we're going to use a specific number of base volumes that we're actually going to use to subtract, inscribe, and carve onto this full volume. So as you can see, you have that's why these these objects right here correspond to these ones over here. So look, so this one goes over here, this one goes over here, all right, and then we have 3 of this ones over here. So you're going to be using the 2, right, quarter of base volumes, and then 3 16 base volumes, right? So that's where that's coming from. So again, these match these ones over here. And then let's go ahead and give yourself a little note inside of them, and I'll explain as we go along what we're talking about. So on this action area right here, we're gonna have a 2 operation combo. On the one on the bottom, we're going to have a 3 operation combo. For right now, just get the text, label them, and I'll expand on what I mean by each. It'll make a lot of sense when we start. So it's a 2 operation combo. It's a 3 operation combo. This one's a 2 operation combo, 3 operation combo, and a 4 operation combo. Okay. So that's what we have right now in those 5 action areas. And then on the last one, we're going to have 2 operation combinations. And that's going to be inscribe and carve. So maybe that already tells you a little bit of how we're going to be working with this file. Okay, so I'll place my zoom in there a little bit. So that you can maybe, if you need to capture a screenshot of this or have it on the screen, maybe pause for a little bit so that you can set up your file. And I'll continue then with the instructions for the actual sequence of diagrams that we'll be performing for this exercise. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one with your file set up. Don't forget, let's go ahead and save your work. This is the part 3 of your subtractive operations exercise. All right, let's be back.